July proclamation coming tomorrow. Manik Mia Avenue ready. Acceptable election main goal of the reform. BNP ready to sign on July Charter anytime, says Salahuddin. Submits note of dissent in 7 issues, agree with 12. Political turmoil increasing as no clear roadmap remaining. Opines TRB alleges of spreading fear, creating mob. Hello and welcome to the News 24 English Bulletin. This is Sarah Mehzabi and those are our headlines.
আরেক নাম একদম ইউনিক স্ট্রাকচারাল ডিজাইনের কসমিক ডোম এর ওয়াল থিকনেস ও রিপ থিকনেস বেশি থাকা থেকে 50 বছরেরও বেশি। কসমিক ডোম নিশ্চিন্তে 50 বছর।
Now details. Our 26-point July Charter will be presented Tuesday on Manik Mia Avenue following 2 months of dialogue among anti-fascist parties. The Consensus Commission prioritized 3 key reforms to ensure credible elections. Out of 28 core issues, consensus was reached on 19 with differences on 9. Led by Professor Muhammad Yunus, the talks avoided major conflict, allowing future democratic debate on unresolved issues. BNP is ready to sign the July Charter at any time. After the second phase of talks with the Consensus Commission, the party agreed on 12 out of 19 key issues and placed notes of dissent on 7. Standing Committee member Salahuddin Ahmed disclosed this at the chairperson's party office in Gulshan on Monday, expressing BNP's willingness to move forward despite differences to ensure democratic reforms through national consensus. BNP Standing Committee member Hafizuddin Ahmed said the milestone tragedy won't recur under an elected government. Speaking while condoling the family of Sariya Akhtar, a victim of the school plane crash, he prayed for her soul's peace. He accused the fascist government of rampant extortion, looting and oppression, blaming it for such disasters.
বিজলি কেবলস যে কোনো স্থাপনার বৈদ্যুতিক সংযোগকে রাখে নিরাপদ। এর স্ক্রিন কোটেড ইনসুলেশন সম্পূর্ণ ফায়ার রিটার্ডেন্ট। তাই বিজলি কেবলস নিজেই নিজেকে নেভায়। বিজলি কেবলস নিরাপদ আজীবন।
On the second day of the tribunal, Abdullah Hilal Imran testified that former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina ordered no release, no treatment at National Orthopedic Hospital. He said seriously injured protesters were denied care there. The 3-member International Tribunal 1, led by Justice Ghulam Murtuza Mujumdar, heard his testimony. Former IGP Chaudhuri Abdullah Al Mamun appeared as a defense witness. Earlier, driver Khokon Chandra Bormon demanded maximum punishment for those involved in the July-August killings. Home Affairs Advisor MD Jahangir Alam Chaudhuri said there is no cause for panic about August 5. After a meeting with law enforcement, he stated the government remained alert as always. Though law and order have not reached desired levels. Efforts are at their peak. Mob violence has decreased and security is tightened around the most at-risk groups based on intelligence, especially ahead of elections. No authoritarian or fascist system can survive in Bangladesh, said a fisheries and livestock advisor Farida Begum. Speaking at a memorial event in Uttara, she declared that those who protested in 2024 will lead future reforms. She urged uprooting fascism at its roots and reforming the police to prevent future violence. Speakers also demanded justice for July killings within a month and warned against the rise of new extortionists. The interim government has finalized the much-awaited draft of the July Charter. According to an Information Department press release, Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus will formally present into the nation tomorrow at 5 p.m. The Charter highlights recent political developments, upcoming elections, administrative reforms, and economic changes. It outlined the government's position, vision, and future plans, serving as a policy framework for the country's political and social direction. Taking a short break, stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching News 24 English Bulletin. Transparency International Bangladesh (TIB) said political unrest is rising due to the government's unclear election roadmap. At a press briefing in Dhaka, TIB unveiled its report on the post-authoritarian transition year, criticizing fear tactics through mob pressure and media intimidation. Executive Director Dr. Iftikharuজ্জামান stressed the need for political party reforms and noted the absence of reform signs in intelligence agencies despite initiatives in justice and governance. Jamaat Islami's Naib Amir Professor Mujibur Rahman alleged that the former fascist government included anti-Islamic content in school curriculum, leading to moral decline in society. After a meeting with education advisor Sior Abrar at the Secretariat on Monday, he demanded the inclusion of moral education in the current system. He has stressed the need for ethical reform in education to restore societal values and protect cultural and religious integrity. Laws alone won't boost revenue unless properly enforced, said NBR Chairman Abdurrahman Khan. Speaking at the launch of the 2025 to 26 e-return system on Monday, he emphasized the need for automation to address enforcement weaknesses. He highlighted that effective implementation, not just legislation, is key to achieving revenue targets. Finance advisor Dr. Salahuddin Ahmed called for recognizing both criticisms and achievements of the interim government. Speaking at a seminar on the 2025-26 budgets, tax and customs initiatives on Monday, he urged people to look beyond negatives and acknowledge positive reforms. He highlighted the good reputation of the National Board of Revenue and stressed the need to maintain it. He also inaugurated the 2025-26 e-return system. That's all from the Newsroom today. Thank you for watching News 24. Stay with us.